Yes, we are live. And guys, guess what? Guess what? I have Sharon with me here. I'll tell you, it wasn't easy to get her here today, but you are lucky because you're going to be benefiting from her wealth of knowledge. And of course, today we're going to be talking about finding and recruiting quality board members. We all know board members are like the heart of any nonprofit. We've seen organizations like really struggle just because they don't have the right board members, or the board members are not really committed, they are not invested in the mission. So the question really is, how do we find quality board members? How do we recruit them so they can be committed? Because we've also seen that you could find quality board members, but taking them through the wrong recruitment process could end up, having these board members be committed for a short time and then you have them being dormant because they didn't go through the right process, or they didn't get into a system where they are properly engaged, right? So that's basically what I'm going to be talking with Sharon about today. How do you find quality board members for your nonprofit? So Sharon, I'm so happy to have you here with me. You already know that, you could see that all over me. What do you think about the aspect of finding quality board members, the recruitment process? How have nonprofits, really fared around these areas?
Absolutely. First of all, thank you for having me today. I know you have been really after me to come on with you. So I appreciate it. I'm honored to be here today. So, finding and recruiting quality board members for a nonprofit can be a struggle, but I believe that if you engage the founders, the CEOs, explaining to them, our very robust process, which is developing a strategy to really look at the recruitment of them, because some people start a nonprofit, they reach out to their family, their friends, or maybe a few colleagues, but they don't tell them anything. Like, they don't take them through onboarding, or sometimes not even getting a job description. And so people will say yes because they care for you and they want to support the person in their vision. But we believe that we start from day one, looking for individuals that not only have a passion for what your cause is, but also have the skills and the expertise to do the things necessary to create a thriving board. And that would be one, making sure that those people understand what it means to be a board member,
Mhm.
having a job description, understanding that they're a trustee. And so going through a very robust recruitment process, but also, secondly, an onboarding process. I think it's really key.
Mhm. Mhm. Wow, wow. You've said something that really hits the nail on the head.
Mhm.
Basically, I was talking to Abraham. I was talking to Abraham today, and he told me about what you talked regarding the board member who's a friend, but really didn't have the expertise. And I concluded that I actually told him, you are correct, because we've had people without the right expertise. Just because they love you, they want to help, but doesn't mean they should be on your board. Of course, you could actually have them be on your advisory board. They could support you in
Mhm.
some way, volunteer, be in your programs, depending on how they think it's best, how best you can engage them. But it's not always having them on the board, because most times in these occasions, you have these board members, they are dormant. They don't really know what to do as regards helping you. So and the worst part is they are like, I'm sorry, I have to use the word a dead weight, because
Yeah.
those kind of people now influence others. Because if I see it's okay to be, just coasting within the board, not really being committed, then maybe I would also take that form, and maybe you see others also join them as well. So I think what you've said is really very important, and this is really key.
Yeah.
So just to round off, from your view, what do you think board organizations, board presidents, founders, CEO should begin to do to help them find the right board members? And also, you talked about onboarding. What approach should they also use as regards onboarding to help them, ensure the commitment of their board members as they bring them in?
Absolutely. I'll start with the first part. So, one of the things that we have built out is a very robust recruitment process that we believe funnels in and really identifies quality individuals. So we start by, having a conversation with that founder, the leader of the organization, helping them to not only build their business plan and their strategies, but really having them have a clear understanding of where they want to go. So we take them from where they are, and then we help them vision and put together a strategic plan for the organization. And then we begin the recruitment process. And so that looks like really developing the ad posts for social media, connecting with all of our networks, really putting out that board job description. So anyone that's reading that and raises their hand and say, oh, this looks like an amazing organization, I want to apply to be on that board. So when they go through that, they receive an email, and that email has a document that is called a board recruitment pack, and it gives you an introduction to the founder and CEO of the organization. It comes with a letter from them where they pour out their heart and their mission and what they're looking for. And then it takes you, it's like a 7-page document, and it takes you, the candidate, the prospective board member, through the process of what we will be engaging with you. So it's almost like applying for a job, but more in depth. So
Mm-hmm.
you get the sense of what it is we're looking for. No, first, who the organization is, what they do, and then what they're looking for. And it's very detailed. So we encourage applicants to read through that information, and then fill out the application and send it in. Then we go through a very robust vetting process with our team to really see where we can interview individuals that have skill sets in the areas that we need, because we've developed this board metrics of these are the kinds of quality of people that we need in certain sectors, whether that's law, finance, media, whatever. And so we've developed that piece. Then the interviews happen. So we go through the interview process, and let me just tell you, I'm smiling because we're going through this with two organizations right now, and I'm actively involved in those interviews, and it's been amazing the level of quality of individuals, from retired CEOs of major Fortune 500 companies that are looking to give back now because they couldn't do anything when they were running a major corporation, to educators, you name it. We've been meeting people from across various sectors. So after we go through that part, we circle back with the founder. We select, several individuals to come on to a 2-hour onboarding call. In that onboarding call, again, they're not board members yet. They are individuals that we are seriously considering, if you would. And so once they go through that onboarding process, it is in depth, where we go through roles and responsibilities. We talk to them about the mission and the vision and the values of the organization. They also receive all of the information around completing a NDA. They understand the code of ethics. They understand having to have a background check, like all of these various things that helps us to um, weed out those that might be undesirable to be on the board. May have looked great on paper, may have been great on the first interview, but once you start getting down into the weeds, and some folks will self-select to not be a part of the process because, again, it's very robust. And after that, and we've selected those individuals in consulting with our client, then we bring that core group in for their first board meeting. So that first board meeting, they learn everything about the offices. This is the second part of your question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they have job descriptions for the board chair, the board vice chair, secretary, treasurer. So again, no elections have happened yet. This is that first board meeting. That's an official meeting where they actually see all the job descriptions, what the requirements are. Now we get into the serious business of the programs that the organization will run, and then what their responsibilities are. They then convene at a third opportunity and they vote in officers. So those individuals now are in place and ready to go. We will continue in the consulting process if our client chooses to, or we then help them incorporate. And so we have that ability. We have people on our team that help our US customers and clients to acquire their 501c3 nonprofit designation, and then we walk alongside them to help them build this robust organization.
Mm,
One key piece that I left out that's really near and dear to my heart is really helping them to understand their responsibility financially to the organization, and how when we are writing grants and things like that, funders want to see that there's 100% board giving. And it's
mhm.
always a touchy subject. And even in the interviews, they see in the application process that there's a financial commitment to be on the board. So I always get questions about it. And we say to them, other people that are giving want to see that you have skin in the game. So yes, it is a requirement. It's not a number that we set. It is a number that that board set. They agree on collectively. So that's the process. Like I said, it's robust. I wish I could have said it in 2 minutes, but it is really well thought out, well designed. And I have to say, my colleague here who leads this process, who is an amazing individual who runs several nonprofit companies and works as our vice president of client services, he is the driver of this and is bringing in clients to us each and every day. So I'm so proud of you and so happy to be working with you.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sharon. Um, you know, you explaining this process. What basically what I'll first say is this. This you explaining this process is basically like a master class.
Absolutely.
Anybody had really paid attention and understood this process, you could do a lot with it. If you were a do-it-yourself person, you could really pursue a lot with it. But of course, I know this is why a lot of non-profits can't really go through the process themselves because of this robust process, and
Mhm.
you missing out any important piece of the process may just uh nullify your entire effort. So that's why you have to really capture every part of the process, because every part of the process actually drives down a particular goal as regards the board recruitment. So thank you so much for really explaining out this process. You talking about the board giving reminded me of how we had to bring in the board giving conversation into one of the recruitment efforts we have, and how people have been responding towards that. People now know they have to contribute to organizations that they lead, and I've seen a huge acceptance, a huge understanding of that factor among these new breeds of board members who want to really give back, being people who have enjoyed so much benefit and advantage from the public over the years of their career. So thank you so much, Sharon, for really spelling out these process. Of course, anybody who wants to go through the process, whether you want to learn the process or you need partners to help you go through the process. Of course, Solutions Matter is here to help you. We're valuable to deploy resources, professionals, tools, resources to, just help you achieve that one goal of bringing in quality people that can really drive your mission and your organization to the point where you want to get it to. So thank you so much, Sharon, for coming on here today. I know your time is so precious. I
I
don't want
would like to, sorry to cut you off. I would like to plug one of our upcoming events. We have been running a summer webinar series the month of August. And on Tuesday, the 13th of August, we're going to be talking to individuals that I think the topic is from disengaged to devoted,
Mhm.
a topic that I think many founders and even resource development professionals, people that are frustrated with their boards and really don't understand how to get them energized and charged again, go on Eventbrite. I'm sure Rooney is going to drop his discovery call link, and as well as the Eventbrite link. This one is going to be amazing. I'll be leading it, and we'll be talking about how to get those folks really devoted and passionate again in your organization. But the other piece, it might give you some aha moments that you might have the wrong people on the board. And then we can circle back with you to help you get some quality board members to advance your mission. Excited to be with you today, Rooney. Thank you so much for having me on, and we will talk soon. Take care.
All right. Thank you so much, Sharon.
You're
Happy
more
to
than
always have
welcome.
you. I look forward to bringing you on here again because, of course, we can't get enough of this wealth of knowledge. Thank you and
Absolutely.
thank you. All
Take
right.
care. Bye bye.
Bye bye. All right, fam. You see, you've heard it all. Do not hold back. Reach out, start taking action. You deserve to have quality board members support your work. Until I see you again,